No te escuchas, Juan. Pues no estoy hablando, güey. Pipan. ¿Qué se sirva? Dame Lance. A mí. Lance. Loki, ¿con quién piensas ir tú, güey? Vanessa. Espérate, Sky o Rey. Primero Vanessa, ahorita te digo. Puta madre, güey. Porque quiero hacer una idea, güey. Podría ser una Rain. Ok. Ajá, ya este primero. Amar primero. Tienes que agarrar a Matiz, ¿no? Yo diría. Matiz. Matiz. Así, güey. Yo diría. Cállate. Black Feather.
Music.
Agarrado, güey. O. Fíjate. Adagio. La neta. No, Black Feather no. Yo prefiero. ¿Varón? No, varón no. La neta, estoy entre varón y guacha, güey. Guacha, si quieres, güey, rífate con Ishtar, güey. Ishtar. No, ok. No, güey.
5 seconds.
¿Con quién, güey? ¿Quién?
3 seconds.
Yo voy a
Meanwhile, Gumpy once again on his Grace. We just saw what Gumpy has been able to do for the last few games on that Grace. So we know he knows just the ins and outs of every single piece of that hero. And we're gonna have to see. Yeah, that's. It looks like Mizu is going to be on the Adagio and Bits on the Kestrel. A double cam mistake coming out super early from the side of Pitudos. So that's not something that you really want to see, and the mod team understands how much stronger they are level 1. Baptiste and Baron are going to need both a little bit of time to come online here. Lance provides some power, but it's nothing like that Adagio. Adagio has that Agent of Wrath, and if Adagio can get those Agent of Wrath empowered basic attacks onto whatever he wants to, they just do more damage than just about anything level 1 in the game. So they sweep through, they take the jungle, They go right onto the healing tree, and it doesn't look like there's any counter invade. I believe that Pitudos made a little bit of mistake there. They should have understood that that's what was coming, and immediately rotated into a counter rotation into the mod team jungle. Uh, but instead of that, they're just going up to lane to try to push into lane as hard as they can to try to get whatever advantage they can pull out of this to make the best of a bad situation. Meanwhile, we just sort of see Adagio farming up in her own jungle, in Adagio's own jungle. Yes, it looks like another clean rotation is going to be coming out from the side of the mod team. They're just taking that healing treant again, and now they're going to rotate for a second time to just check on the Pitudos jungle, but the Pitudos jungle has already been taken. They were maybe a tiny bit behind on that rotation, but they're content to just take the center healing treant. The mod team is up 800 gold in the first 2.5 minutes of the game, so it's not an insurmountable lead yet. We have seen bigger leads today. Um, I believe that the win condition for the side of the Pitudos is to make this game go as long as possible. Adagio has one of the strongest mid games out of any hero in the entire game, um, and they're going to have to try to push that advantage starting from about now through the next 5 to 10 minutes. Meanwhile, the Pitudos are going to try to get that Baron fed. That is always the win condition when you have a Baron 9 team. Here's a little bit of a 2v3. Perhaps Grace is overextended here, but no, Adagio is able to punt to put out a whole bunch of damage. Meanwhile, Kestrel's just farming up in lane. Baron, very mispositioned, but they trade a kill. It looks like Kestrel gets the kill on Baron, and Baron gets the kill on Adagio. That's a win for the Baron. Anything that this team can do, that Pitudos can do to make this game go later, is good for Pitudos. Um, and with the Kestrel going down, that's a little bit of a problem as well. Uh, Anytime there's a Baron on your team, your win condition is late game. If Baron gets 4 items, there's very little that anybody can do to stop the damage from just raining out from that Baron. Um, so that was a pretty big mistake on the side of the Mon team. Perhaps if they were played that a little bit cleaner, played if the Kestrel had rotated down a little bit earlier to help out his team in jungle, that could have gone a little bit differently. Uh, but as it is, Adagio is still going to be the strongest hero for the next few minutes of this game. Um, and if they can continue to push that advantage, if they can not make any more mistakes, then I think that they can walk away with this one. But if mistakes keep being made, now there's a 200 gold lead on the side of Pitudos. If mistakes keep being made, then that Baron's going to get fed already with a Sorrow Blade at under 5 minutes. That is not what you want to see if you're the side of the mod team. Grace goes in. She uses a great Holy Nova to try to get a stun. The Baron uses the Iron Cannon. It hits nobody, but that's just to show that he feels he has the power to already make those types of plays. Drops the Iron Cannon. Uses his jump jets to get the double attack. Now the Pitudos are going in. There's two heroes who are half health here. I think they should probably just concede this gold mine instead of trying to fight it because of how low they are. But they feel like they're strong. Lance goes in. It's a beautiful impale, but the Holy Nova comes through from the Grace to get the reverse kill. There is the fearsome shade, but it seems like it doesn't hit. The Baron is trying to do a little bit of damage, but the mod team does get um, the gold miner in the end. That's what they wanted to get. No kills went through, so that's just a little bit of a gold trade on a gold advantage onto the mod team. That little trade there has cut the gold lead of the Pitudos down. It is a 100 gold lead now, so it's effectively perfectly even at 6 minutes in the game. Which once again, yeah, there it is, 13k, 13.0k each. Um, that's not what you want to see if you're the side of the mod team. Every minute that goes by, Baron just gets stronger and stronger and stronger. This right now, especially with that infusion, is going to be the strongest point of the game with Adagio. That first item into the second item is where Adagio is strongest, where he's able to use those Agent of Wrath with the basic attacks. But Kestrel getting caught out, the kill once again goes on to Baron. That's not who you want the kill to go on to if you are the mod team, but it's exactly what you want if you're the side of Pitudos. Now, there's the Agent of Wrath along with the Weapon Infusion. You can see that it's not even doing quite as much damage as it was just a moment ago. The one-shot, one-kill comes through. It's a one-shot, no-kill going on to the Baron. The Impale completely misses, but the Jump Jets provides the huge double attack kill. Meanwhile, you have the Ordained going on to the Adagio, so she can't get out of that, can't walk away. Doesn't die, but it already looks like Pitudos has more damage coming out from their side. And if that's the case now at 7 minutes of the game, just wait until Baron gets a couple more items, and you'll start to see the true damage, uh, truly huge damage coming out. So Mizu sees that the entire team is up in lane, being pushed by a Grace and a Kestrel, and decides that she can take this by herself. She has block, she has her heal, she has her flask if she needs to use it. Probably the flask will come out. Yeah, there it is. Um, so she basically traded a flask for 292 gold each for her team. So about 900 gold traded for a flask. I'd say that's worth it any day. A really beautiful macro play there, where she understood that the enemy team of Pitudos was being held up in lane by her team, and she could just freely take the gold mine by herself, solo it at low health on Adagio. That's the power of mid game Adagio. Um, Meanwhile, we are 8 minutes into this game. It is a 1-2-3, so we are only about a kill every 2 minutes. It's a pretty slow kill game. Um, It's just been a couple mistakes perhaps made in lane by the Kestrel. Lance has just been playing beautifully. He's been getting great impales, good stuns with his Githian walls. Um, it's been really high level gameplay for him. There's the jump jets. Baron just popped an infusion as he jump jets in. Meanwhile, the Adagio is trying to go in and do damage, and there is the Verse of Judgment. The Verse of Judgment hits absolutely nobody. There is the Divine Intervention coming through to heal the Adagio, just to get the health back up a little bit. Both teams, uh, we have a couple of ultimates coming through on on each side, but nobody dies. They understand the limits of their heroes, so they're just kind of posturing. Meanwhile, Pitudos is pushing into the turret. Is this a little bit of an overstay? They do get the turret. Let's see if anybody dies. Oh, well, they also get a kill on the Kestrel. So they got the turret, and they also got the Kestrel. Baron walking it as bait, perhaps, but that was maybe a little bit too much bait. However, Baron had 3 kills at that time, and the kill, the bounty went on to the Grace, which there's absolutely nothing more. If you're going to die as a Baron, you want that kill to go onto the Grace. Now, the Grace is going to get an item off of that kill. She's got a whole bunch of gold. But overall, that was probably a win for the side of Pitudos. They got the turret, they got the kill onto the Kestrel, and then even gave the bounty of the Baron onto the Grace. The gold miner is almost full again, so that's going to be the objective that everybody is going to start fighting around here. Another infusion being picked up by the Adagio. Baron's infusion still has about another minute left on it before that is out. Fearsome Shade does not get blocked. It goes out to the Adagio and the Grace. A huge ion cannon comes down and hits. And here we go. The Kestrel just instantly gets exploded. It looks like the Adagio is going to go down. The Adagio does trade kills with the Baron. Again, trading kills is not what you want to do from the side of the mod team. The mid game is just about to be over here. Adagio has the 2-item spike. And one shot, one kill do a little bit of damage on the turret. They might get it, but no, the minions are there just in time. Baron also has a 2-item spike. There it is. The turret does eventually go down. But only from this point onward, I think that what's kind of going on is Kestrel has to stop getting caught out. That was the third or fourth time that Kestrel went down. There was at least two missed positions that we didn't really catch too much of the gameplay, where Kestrel just got caught out in lane earlier on. And meanwhile, Adagio here going in 1v3 is not able to block the Fearsome Shade by themselves. She was trying to get onto the Gold Miner, does not do that. And Ordain comes down, Adagio just sitting in the back line, not able to do anything. 400 gold each onto the side of Pitudos. They feel that they can rotate in and take this Crystal Sentry very quickly, which they do. Um, Lance uses a combat roll to get away along with the Ward Tread, so he does get away. And Ordained, big Ordained coming through on the Adagio. Kestrel throwing those glimmer shots, trying to get a little bit of extra damage on the Baron. Uses jump jets just to position himself into the lane. The Divine Intervention and a Fountain coming through to try to keep the Kestrel alive, which it does. And there you go. The Kestrel now has gotten a kill onto the Baptiste. Baron is very mispositioned. A pretty big mistake. It seems like they got a little bit overly confident. They did not have to chase those kills into the jungle, especially once that Crystal Miner went down. There wasn't really much of an objective to fight for. So now they're going to get two kills. They're going to lose a turret, and the Mon team is just about to start this Kraken. The Baron, I don't think is going to have his ultimate up in time. Oh, well, he did have his ultimate up. That was my mistake, but he uses it a little bit prematurely, and he's not going to be able to get over here in time. Meanwhile, the Adagio infuses to try to take this fast ball. A very nice fearsome shade that doesn't end up hitting. Lance goes in. He gets a two-man root. Uh, and there we go. Both everybody living so far. Meanwhile, the Pitudos feel like they're strong enough to fight this Kraken all the way out in the lane. Baron uses his jump in a little bit of an awkward position, his jump jets, but Adazir tries to punish him for it. Does get a little bit of a punish, but not much more than that. Now they're all three heroes are just wailing away on this Kraken of the Pitudos. It looks like Pitudos has vision in that jungle and is able to keep this Adagio low. There we go. The Grace uses the Benediction to go in, and the Kestrel is just basic attacking the Baron and basic attacks him to death. I don't think Baron was expecting to be killed. I would like to see the Baron saving his jump jets, using them a little bit less aggressively because of the huge range that Baron has. He can use those less aggressively and keep himself a little bit further away where he's able to outrange the Kestrel and the Grace. But instead, he's using those jump jets and staying a little bit too close into the fights. And because of those mispositionings, is opening him up to a little bit more damage than he needs to be taking. If Baron plays around the edges of the fights a little bit more, I feel like he's going to be able to output damage without taking any in return. So we'll see if he's able to do that, and along with the Lance and Baptiste are able to offer enough peel to keep their damage dealer alive. Meanwhile, that was one turret going down with the Kraken push. So not the hugest of deals. They still have both base turrets up the side of Pitudos, so it's a two-turret advantage for the side of the Mod team. This is a close one, folks. And there we go. The Mod team understanding the positioning, where they're on the map, they still feel like they are ahead enough to make plays like this. They went in and took the Crystal Sentry. There is the Holy Nova. Ion Cannon comes down. It lands only on one. The Divine Intervention was used on the Adagio at the same time Adagio used his ultimate, so the Adagio ultimate is also now down. The Fearsome Shade was used. That is all four of the major ultimates used up. I didn't see if one shot, one kill came out, but that should be on a pretty short cooldown at this point in the game anyhow. And here we go. Kestrel is pretty low at this point. Now, Lance goes right into the active camo. Baron, once again, extremely aggressive, jumps in, but this time it works out along with the Fearsome Shade. Gumpy, perhaps, was the one that was out of position. A great active camo, again, to get a stun, but it doesn't matter. And just the tip hits. Oh, no. The impale hits into the Githian wall, and that is the ace. Now, it is going to be the Pitudos picking up the second Kraken. And Pitudos are up at 2k gold. Exactly 2k gold, which at this point in the game doesn't make that much of a difference. We are past 15 minutes. Minor gold leads. It's matters a little bit, but it's not going to be the biggest of deals. We're gonna have to see what they can do with this Kraken push. If they play this cleanly, Pitudos might be able to get at least a couple of turrets here. Mod team once again feels they can fight a fearsome shade coming out just as a little bit of defense because they want to make sure that they get that crystal sentry, but that's now not going to be available for disengage a little bit later on. You can see the Baptiste is also just going pure utility, a tiny bit of damage, but really that spellfire is just to stop the healing. Baron once again extremely aggressive, but now we're entering the true late game, and late game Baron is just a force that is absolutely needs to be reckoned with. If they're not able to burst down this Baron, he can just stand back and basic attack everybody to death. So this is the third turret now going down. Uh, Baron just used jump jets, so now he can't jump away. There was a great crucible. There is the stun coming out from the Grace. Now Baron jumps away again. However, the Adagio gets a very nice stun with the Versa Judgment, and there down goes the Baptiste. If Baron gets aced here, this might just be the game. We'll see if he's able to get away. No, it looks like the Mount team is not going to try to chase that kill. Oh, but Baron did not recall. He is instead choosing to walk across the map, which now might just be a mistake. Um, he might have gotten out by this point. Yeah, he did. So the mod team is going to walk into the base. I believe they're just going to try to take one turret here. It might be a little bit foolish to try to take two. Holy crap, Baron damage. Baron is doing a true 1v3 here, and now his team is up. That was a bit of a mistake by the mod team. Let's see what it's going to cost them. That's going to cost them 2 kills. Meanwhile, the minions are just wailing down, as we just saw on the base. We'll see how Pitudos want to play this. There's 20 seconds left until Adagio comes up, and a full 35 until the Grace comes up. Pitudos might feel that they can just walk into the base and win this. We'll have to see what happens. Hopefully, yeah, we get a little bit of camera movement. There it is. A nice active camo placement. Baron's going for the jump over the wall. He takes it. The first turret goes down, and Adagio's just going to try to sprint in and get onto that Baron. Baron Oh, we have an Atlas coming through. And yeah, that's going to be enough damage going out onto the crystal. That is 2 wins on the side of Pitudos. The mod team is now down 1-2, and they are a single game away from elimination. We are going to see if they now are playing from behind, if they can deal with that stress and force a game 5 of this 5 game finals, or if they are going to lose 3-1.